TV Crazy Man here. In this video, we look at Goofs in one of my favorite movies of all time, and some fun facts along the way for this amazing movie, The Princess Bride, from way back in 1987, which really doesn't seem that long ago, actually.
Where is the poison? The battle of wits has begun.
I know nothing about boats, but should that front part there be shaking like that? When Westley shows up, the boat that carried the princess and the gang has just disappeared. The whole boat. Seems like they should have remembered to put it in a scene somewhere. And is that rock floating away, or is this an optical illusion? It just seems like it's much farther away from the mountainside in one scene than the other.
Inconceivable!
Well, I'm carrying 3 people, and he got only himself.
In reality, of course, he was only carrying dummies, which tend to be a lot lighter than people. For the faraway shots, they used a stuntman, of course. But for the closer shots, they had to film the actors as they climbed this rubber mountain set, according to the actor who played Montoya. And no, I'm not going to say the actor's last name because people will just make fun of my pronunciation. According to Mandy, actor Wallace Shawn was terrified of heights and about to pass out as they went up the rubber mountain, even though they were only a couple inches up.
Inconceivable.
Andre spoke to him, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you." And Shawn calmed down and was able to finish the scene. I know he was a big guy, but I don't think he could bend rock in like foam rubber.
Inconceivable. You keep using the horn.
My personal favorite part of the movie is the dueling scene with the man in black, who I always thought of as Zorro. The acrobatics done with real people, not CGI animation, is very impressive. I always wished I could jump around like that. Now clearly they built an elaborate set for this scene.
Clearly.
You know, I wonder what the original purpose of this bar was, other than the swing on. When they land, if you watch closely, it looks like they've placed a special square landing pad for the stuntman. Somehow Westley lands way over here, but when he stands up, his sword is right next to him. I guess it'd look cooler if he didn't have to walk over to it.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Definitely wish I could do that.
Get used to disappointment.
Wonder if there were any wires involved.
I must know.
My next favorite scene in the movie is the fight between Westley, the man in black, and Andre the Giant's character. Reminds me of another epic battle that Andre was in with the 6 Million Armed Man, only then he was dressed like Bigfoot. There's an interesting shot here. Looks like Westley is about to roll Andre onto a rock, but suddenly they switch shots and the rock is well away from his head. Now I bet they had to move him or the rock to finish the shot. Could just be the angles, but that's what it seems like to me.
Are you just fiddling around with me or what?
Why you wearing a mask?
No, it's just they're terribly comfortable. I think everyone will be wearing them in the future.
Now that's a future prediction that came true. Wow, it gives me chills.
Inconceivable! I don't think it means what you think it means.
Remember the scene where the princess and Westley rolled down the hill? Well, thanks to the miracle of freeze frame, we can see what the stunt guys actually look like. The princess's dress catches on fire despite being nowhere near the fire. When Fezzik has to dunk Montoya to sober him up, Montoya's hair changes shape every time the shot changes. Which makes you wonder how many takes they had to do for this scene. So when Andre was carrying Westley to Billy Crystal's hideout, he was actually carrying a dummy. That's probably better on Andre's back, which he was having troubles with.
And thank you so much for bringing up such a painful subject.
Rob Reiner, the director, told Billy Crystal to forget the lines and just go for it.
Sheesh. I never worked for so little.
Billy Crystal's performance ended up being so funny that the director had to leave the room because he was laughing so hard.
Hey! Hello in there!
According to Mandy, who played Montoya, this scene resulted in the only injury he received on the film. He said he actually bruised a rib holding in his laughter.
First story was better.
No, I'll need a sword eventually.
Why? You can't even lift one.
How did he do that without hurting his neck real bad? When Andre's character is surrounded by flames, they go back and forth between a dummy that is completely engulfed in flames and the close-up where you can see flames on the side of Andre a little here and there.
I'm telling you, you're messing up the story. Now get it right.
The bad guys who lay mortally wounded by the sword of Montoya don't stay in the same positions.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
At the end of the movie, after Grandpa has finished the story, They do a close-up of the wall, which seems to have changed colors, and then becomes lighter as Grandpa leaves the room. Also, it seems like Grandpa has his tie upside down at the end.
Now get it right.
As you wish.
And now some quick trivia facts. The movie was originally a modest box office success, but over time it became a cult classic. The director Rob Reiner is most widely known as Meathead, as he was called by his father-in-law on the series All in the Family. He is the son of Carl Reiner from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Thank you.
Liam Neeson auditioned for Andre's role of Fezzik, but was turned down for not being big enough.
Who says life is fair?
According to Wikipedia, Andre had just recently had back surgery, and he had to work around some scenes, such as catching the princess, using wires to support her, and ramps for Cary Elwes to walk up and down to make it look like he was hanging on Andre's neck in the fight scene.
Totally, and in all other ways, inconceivable.
One of the film's strongest points, and what has aided in its longevity, is its many quotable lines.
As you wish.
As you wish. My name is Inigo Montoya.
Inconceivable!
You killed my father.
As you wish.
Prepare to die.
The movie was released in 1987, a few months before Fred Savage would star in The Wonder Years, debuting in January of 1988. Siskel and Ebert gave the film 2 thumbs up.
Your vote of confidence is overwhelming.
Robin Wright was under contract to the soap opera Santa Barbara, where she got the part of the princess. The grandfather was played by Peter Falk, whose most famous role was that of Detective Columbo. The movie cost $16 million to make. The sword fights were inspired by Douglas Fairbanks and Errol Flynn movies. Cary Elwes broke his toe fooling around with Andre's all-terrain vehicle during the film. Arnold was one of the choices for Fezzik, but by the time filming started, he was too famous and cost too much money.
I'll show him. I'll be back.
Talk of a remake has, not surprisingly, met with negative responses. Although personally I wouldn't mind seeing a swashbuckling film like this with a new story. But doing the same story over again is kind of pointless. Perhaps an adventure with the Man in Black before the events of this movie might be a decent idea, as an action movie with the same kind of comedy. Cary Elwes was on 6 episodes of The X-Files.
Trust no one, Mr. Mulder.
Well, I guess that's about it for this video. Let me know what movies you'd like to see me tackle in a future video in the comments below, or TV shows. Please hit the like and share the video with family and friends. Thanks so much for watching, and check out some of the other videos on the TV Crazy Man channel featuring classic TV and movie goofs and fun facts. Thanks, and y'all have a great day.